Hey YouTube, what's up? It's your boy Zach. Hey, and I'm sure, like I said, I've done this with on my other YouTube, but I'm gonna do it on this one. I want to take time just to say thank you to all who have been there, and subscribed, or liked, watched my videos. I know sometimes I may not be that entertaining, which, I try to always keep it real. I do try to keep it entertaining for y'all. Um, but look, like I said, that's the one thing that I try to do is I always try to keep it real. And this is one of the reasons that I did start YouTube channels. Just restarted YouTube because I did have it once, and then everything all of my other apps got hacked. Somehow it messed up my last account I had. Um, so I restarted this one. Um, I'm a little bit further on this one, I think, than I was with the last account that I had. I think I'm up to what? This would be my 10th, to be my 10th or 11th video. But one reason that I really want to keep starting YouTube, and try to keep with it is, I look at some of the things that I've been through, some of the setbacks that I've had, with having the wheelchair like I've had. I've went through my story, the things like I told you guys I went through. Um, when I was told, I would never walk, talk, eat, sleep, nothing. Pretty much just be a vegetable, just because of being born with spina bifida. Like I said, all that is how your spine is curved. Mine's just the opposite of yours, but only by a small little bit. Now, I look at people who, or I don't want to say look, I see people, who have been through the same situation I have. I see, I see a lot of people who go through the same thing, and those people that I see, a lot of times I see them wanting to just give up, and just not stay with it. And the thing of it is, you got to stay with it. Whatever your goals are, whatever your dreams are, stay with it, because you stay with something, eventually it works out. You'll get there. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but it gets there. But really, what I want to say to y'all is a big thank you to anybody that has watched my YouTube channels, since I've had a restart, um, or subscribe as well. Um, you know, so really, with that being said, one of the biggest things that I want to be, with this YouTube, I want to be a reach out for somebody. I want to show people, and I know I talk about a lot of why I have a wheelchair. What I've been through. One of my main points that I try to reach in this is, I want to be able to. I guess I know I'm not looking at the camera much, but I'm just thinking about how I want to put this in words. I want to be able to put. I guess this. It's like I want to be able to. Um, I want to be an outreach for others. I want to be able to reach out to others and, be able to be there and help them and help anybody that's going through a rough time. Because I know what it's like going through a rough time. I've been there, done that. You know, yeah, it's hell going through a rough time. Trust me, I know. Been there, done that. Um, you know, I I see some people, who who might have a disability. You know, maybe they're walking, like, maybe they're walking and they have a disability. And I'm not gonna mention his name, but right now, it's like, but I've got a friend of mine who was born with cerebral palsy, and he's walking, and just like me, he always gets judged just because of what he was born with. He's been bullied and all of that. Now, let me say you this: just because you you see somebody that maybe was born with a disability, or something. Sorry about that. Maybe you just you see somebody that has with this with a disability, or something. Maybe some type of disability. Maybe it's not a disability that's affects walking. Maybe it is. Maybe it's a disability that they don't have an arm or a leg. But let me tell you this: just because they don't have that arm or that leg, it doesn't make a person any different. I don't care, no matter. I don't say it like that. No matter what the situation is, no matter the situation or the disability, we're all the same. No matter who you are. My whole life, yes, I'm 30 years old. You know, I being 30 years old and never, my whole life I've never been on dates, never been through relationships, all because yes, I've been hurt just because of having a little wheelchair. But let me say this to you, just because of that wheelchair, there's not, for me, it's just my balance. Yeah, you're going to get people or you're going to see somebody that might have more to their disability than that, But when you look at somebody's heart. Pay attention to somebody's heart, though. Because I promise you, if you look at somebody's heart versus their disability, you're going to see the person that they really are. And, I say this with me being the one that has the wheelchair. I see this a lot of times, and I feel like it's something I want to speak up on, because just because you have a disability doesn't make you any different than anybody else. And I think a lot of people see that, but then again, I think a lot of people don't see that. You're gonna get, if you have a disability or you see somebody with a disability, guess what? There's questions that can be asked. If you've got a question about something, maybe something that I've said, feel free to comment down here in the comments, ask your question, and I'll comment right back to you, and I will tell you an answer to that question. It sucks being 30 years old, not being on dates, not been through relationships. And that's because, and yeah, I've gotten told yes because of having a wheelchair. I've gotten told that plenty of times. But let me say this, just because of that disability, guess what? There's always questions that can be asked. There's always questions that can be asked, to better understand what that person goes through. And, it's, like I said, that's one thing that I think a lot of people might not get. You're going to see somebody that goes through a disability, and look at a disability like this. Just because a person has a disability, does that make them a different person? No. Just because a person has a disability just makes them, or just a person with a disability has a different way of getting around, or had a different way of doing things. What really people need to look at is look at somebody's heart. Don't look at that disability, because when you pay attention to a heart, so when you pay attention to someone's heart, you see a real person. You don't see that disability. You see the person itself, and that's what people need to really pay attention to. And I've seen it. I've got friends of mine, that's been through the same thing I've went through, and I've saw their challenges, and that's with this YouTube channel. I want to be an outreach for people. In other words, I want to be able to reach out and try to help people out through whatever situations that they're going through. Be there for somebody, and try to help talk people through things. Because I know what it's like going through a rough. I know what it's like going through a rough. I know what it's like going through a rough situations. I know that feeling. I've been there, done that. Trust me. And so with that being said, one of the reasons that I do this YouTube is I want to be an outreach. Be able to reach out to others and say, look, this is what I've been through. I know what you're going through, and I want to help you through it if I can help you through it. You know, and with me saying that, I've never been on dates, never been through relationships, I'm not trying to put nobody down. That's just me trying to, tell you all my story. And like I said, I've saw it happen to other people just because of having a wheelchair. And it sucks. Because, and I say that because we're all equal. Nobody's different, I mean, yeah, nobody's different, but some of us have different situations. I look at things and I don't see anybody as a different person. I see people as equal because we're all equal. And that's what a lot of people don't get. And that's the rough thing. Look at people before you judge somebody, maybe you judge somebody that's got the disability, and I say that on terms of I've been there. I've saw how people, who have disabilities, they get judged. And you know what? That really burns my bubble. And I say that because you're looking at the person's outer shell. You're looking at their outside. You're not looking at their heart. Look at a person's heart, and you'll see it, and you'll see the real person. If you look at a person's heart, you'll see that real person. Because the person on the inside, if that person treats you with respect, honesty, loyal, and treats you just the same way as, as somebody that's walking, guess what? Guess what? Those people are the people that are walking that treat you really good are the same ones. Even a person with a disability will treat you the same way. And it sucks. Like I said, I've got some friends of mine that have always been hurt. And I feel like it's something that needs to be spoke up on. Now, like I say, I'm not trying to put nobody down. It's just something I feel like it needs to be spoke up on. We're all equal, and there's nothing different about us. I mean, yeah, there's different. How do I say this? Like, yes, there's difference about us. Like, somebody might have a disability. Maybe somebody can't walk, or somebody might have trouble talking, or somebody might have a disability with their arm or their leg, or what, or their balance, in my case, it's my balance. It could be anything. But what I'm saying to you is this: when you pay attention to someone's heart, trust me, you see past that. You see a real person, or who they are on the inside. Don't, before you look at somebody's disability, hey, I'm gonna say this: before you get, look at somebody's disability, give that person a chance. You never know. I mean, you never know what kind of person that is. In other words, start looking at people's hearts, because that's the big thing. If you look at somebody's heart, you're going to see the real person. You're not going to see their disability. You're going to see their heart. And one of the things I want to say this, with me, like I said, it's like with me starting YouTube, like I'm doing right now. Like, I restarted my YouTube. When my Facebook got hacked, it screwed up my other YouTube account. Let me find it. So now I'm back here, okay? Now I'm back to making another YouTube. Yes, I started a new account. But let me say this. Because I restarted a YouTube because guess what? That's where my heart's at. That's where my heart's at, to be able to, sorry, guys, my lip. There we go. That's where my heart's at, to be able to open up and be able to, open up to others, and, try to be able, like a guide to others, to help people through whatever they're going through. If they're going, if you got a rough situation, which we all face every day, but my goal to that is to be able to be able just to set, be able to help somebody else through whatever they're going through, because that's not because I have to. No, I mean, that's just one. This is just one. This is really just where my heart's at. This is just where my heart's at. So anything I say to you all, it's not because I have to say it, but really, honest to God, truth, this is where my heart's at. And you know what? Anytime I'm on here and I post a video for y'all to watch or subscribe, to any of my subscribers, guess what? Anything that I say, it's not something I have to say. It's not something I have to do. But you know what? It's on my heart. And that's the one thing I want to say this as well. Always say what's on your heart, because you never know what tomorrow's gonna be. I thought, here I am, 30 years old, and never had that situation. Like I was saying earlier with the dating. My dad was 59 years old and passed away, and he had a massive heart attack. And that was one thing I wanted him to see, is me to be, to be happy, have that special someone. Didn't happen. In other words, what I'm trying to say to you is this: never take life for granted, because once tomorrow's gone, tomorrow's gone. You can't. So once you wake up on a Monday and you go, let's say you wake up on Monday and you go to bed that Monday night, and you get up on Tuesday to go to the gym or do your daily routine. Maybe you go to the gym, or you're going to the store, or going to work, or whatever the case may be. Guess what? Tuesday, you woke up. What you did Monday, you can't get that back. Every day, I still wish I could have my dad back. I still wish that he was here today, But once the day is gone, a new day's here, and so pick yourself up. Never don't, so before you judge something, or you think about how you're going to do something, make sure you give your all in one day to something, because once that day's gone, you can't get that day back. Like I said, this is just me being real to y'all. I wouldn't be that real. I wouldn't, if I didn't care, if I really didn't care, I wouldn't have started YouTube. I wouldn't have started my YouTube if I didn't care. But the thing about it is, I do care. You got to be real with people, and that's exactly what I'm being. And me saying, "Oh, I've never been through this, I've never been through that," that's not me trying to put people down. I'm not trying to put people down. I'm trying to give y'all the real scenario. Like when I say I've never dated, I've never been through a relationship. Well, hey, that's been true. I'm just trying to give you all the real scenario. I'm just being real with y'all, because I'm being real. And like I said, watch out, because tomorrow, you're never promised. Each day you're not promised. Like I said, my dad was 59 years old, and I thought he'd still be here today. And yeah, his birthday's coming up, and it's getting closer. It's getting real close to his birthday, and it's biting at me, because and I say that in a way of it's getting real close, and the closer it gets, the more I wish that my dad was here. And sorry about that. I like him going out. The more I say, the more I think, man, I wish my dad was here with us. I know he's here, in your heart. But let me say this. Meaning, I wish he was here physically. You know what I'm saying? I, tomorrow, like I said, tomorrow's never promised. So make sure you tell those that you love them today, and that you care about them today. Because tomorrow, you may not get that chance. Tomorrow, the chances that you could have took today, take them, because tomorrow you may not get that chance. You know, so don't judge don't judge that person with a disability. Don't judge without asking questions. I can see somebody judge it, after asking questions. You know, everybody has their, how do I say this? Everybody has their past, right? And that's all I've ever been through is hurt. You know, let on judge, all of that. Um, and that's just one thing I've always been through. Like I said, when I come on here and make a video for y'all and post on YouTube, it's me being real. If, like I said, this is my heart. This is all coming from my heart, y'all. But let me say this, if I didn't care, like I said, I wouldn't be doing this. But it's one of those things that I do care about. I've always cared. I care about others, and if I can help somebody get through a rough day, that's what I want to do. Like I said, things that I talked about tonight. Like one being how bad I miss dad, or the fact of how I've always been judged, and because of relationships that I've never been through. And it sucks, yes, being 30 years old. But then again, the fact of I see what other people go through. Some people, yes, I know personally. And you know what? Like I said, I don't try to put anybody down. But I try to speak to y'all from the heart. And everything that I tell y'all is from the heart. You know what, though? Like I said, if I didn't care enough, if I didn't care, I wouldn't be saying this. But I care about y'all, and anybody that watches my videos, that's liked or subscribed, y'all are awesome. And you know what? I do plan on keep doing more videos. Like I said, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do next, but I'm trying to, I'm still trying to build my videos. I think on my last one, I didn't have as many videos as I do now. But so I'm trying to build build my page up. I'm trying to get my page built up more, and I'm trying to just be me, Like I said, everything I say, it's just me being me, y'all. It's just me being me, and that's, like I said, I'll always be me. I'll always whatever. And I'll put it this way: and anything I do say, if it's something that y'all don't understand what I say, y'all can ask me questions. Ask me questions, or post. Like I said, you can post it in the comments. I'm trying to think. Now, like I said, you can catch me on here. You can catch me on Facebook. You can catch me on Snapchat. I try to be there for others. I want to be an outreach for others. You know what I mean? Like I said, post in the comments. If you want me on Facebook or Instagram, let me know, and I'll help you get there. All right. So, but until then, keep being yourself. Keep smiling. That's what I try to do. And like I said, I try to do this YouTube as much as every day if I can. I know I haven't posted, I don't post every day. I know that. Like I said, I'm still trying to figure out, I still want to figure out, trying to figure out, videos that I can post, that y'all might enjoy. Like I said, I try to keep things interesting for y'all. But only, like I said, and don't think that if I sound like I'm being rough, like I'm being a grump, I'm not being a grump, y'all. I don't want y'all to think that, but just look at it as me being real. And that's because, and I'm always gonna be real, and that's because I love y'all. Stay real, stay yourself, stay blessed. Peace.